the hero you need, but the hero you deserve. Hello everybody and welcome to Brawl Stars. I'm Amy the Amazonian and today I'm holding out for a hero with Captain America Team Leader. This deck is all about heroes, doing heroics by having your heroes enter, get haste, vigilance, and a +1/+1 counter that they share with Cap, so you can deal a lot of damage. This is Jeskai aggro, which is perfect for Captain America. That's right, we got the old red, white, and blue just in time for the 4th of July. And in this deck, we're playing a whole lot of Jeskai heroes, some of which even have synergy with those +1/+1 counters. This deck is running some low-cost, aggressive cards, some of which are evasive, can protect each other, and some things that help buff up all of the legends, even though not every hero is legendary. Most of them are. Some of these are going to be removal, like Elektra and Hawkeye. Some of them are going to increase our damage, like Thor. And some of them are going to move our opponent's cards right out of the way by exiling them, blinking them, and bringing them back, or bouncing them. And if you want to make all your creatures super strong, well, Captain America works great with Captain America. I think this deck has 4 different Captain Americas in it, but she's not the biggest captain in this deck. No, it is actually Captain Marvel Shooting Star, who takes advantage of that haste and gets 2 exiles a turn, just swinging in, taking out your opponent's blockers, and getting a lot of life gained for both players. But if you're more interested in just bouncing your opponent's things or drawing cards, don't worry, there are heroes that can do that too. So let's take Captain America and this menagerie of marvelous heroes into the queue and see if we can hold out for a hero. Tony Stark against Captain America. This Tony Stark can cheat out artifacts after putting them into hand using the front side. The backside, if they flip to it, can also freely equip the artifacts that it cheats out, which I believe does give them a potential one-turn kill using some things like Genji Glove. Maybe with 25 life, that's a little harder, but it's always a potential thing that could happen. I built a different Tony Stark because I felt this one would be a little bit too much tutor for a card, put it in your hand, swing at face. It's kind of like Gilgamesh, but less silly. Yeah, guys, we're playing Civil War right here. Captain America versus Tony Stark. Tony Stark gonna bend to the man. Lightning Greaves. I can't bolt a Lightning Greaves. Fine, I'll just play Stick. He hits a child to train him. That's what's going on here. Naming human. Yeah, Tony Stark's a human. Not an artificer on the backside, though, which is so sad. They have what looks far too much to me like counterspell mana, so I think I'm going to play Matt Murdock. Nice. Marsh Flats. I really don't need that much fixing. Still get a little bit more at the beginning of combat. I will pay 1. And I'm going to put a +1/+1 counter on Matt, not on Stick. It should be like Wan Shi Tong or something. Nah, they would have flashed it out in response to this. It's Liberator, or this is Battle Thopter. This is gonna get bigger and let them flash out artifacts. At least we know it's not Wash Away. We know it's not Wash Away. Yeah, but they had a blue colorless. That's why I'm like, I don't know if I want to go for that. All right, so Liberator's got the boots on. Elektra and Stick can hang out. 2 mana. Somebody's saying, is Hit Monkey a reason to revisit the ape or monkey typal deck? We do not have Kibo in Arena. So we don't have that deck, unfortunately. Here comes Captain America and the Lightning Bolt on Liberator. Okay, Kibo's like the monkey commander. He make banana. We have no bananas to offer, Hit Monkey. Mox Amber gives them their 5th mana. It is 6 to flip over. If they play a land here, they'll get to do that. Seething Song, that gets them to 6 mana. Now the question is, what are the artifacts they have in their hand that they're looking to cheat out? Oh, Gilded Lotus. That, you know, that could have been scarier. That's just mana. Now what they play with that could be a lot scarier. I was just bringing out King T'Challa here. They'll be able to replay Iron Man if I kill him. Elektra normally would be pretty great. I guess I should have not played the land first since Gloria can get me more. Nice. 6 feeling left out. He's like, why aren't you giving me counters? You're not good enough. More. Fine, you can have a counter. But only because you're hitting a child. Yeah, it wasn't Portal to Phyrexia. Glory to Gloria. Alright, what do we got? What do we got? Okay, Otawara? I can't do anything with that. In fact, I don't think there's anything I could hit that would do anything here. No, that's not true. I could hit my Mox Amber. Those are lands. Word of Invention for X equals 3. Usually when I'm doing that, it's because I'm getting Simulacrum Synthesizer. What are you getting, Invincible Iron Man? Ah, also Simulacrum Synthesizer. This also lets them scry if there's something on the top of their deck that they can cheat out. They're gonna do it! Okay, well that's just boots they're casting. What do they get for free, though? What is on top of their deck? Does it make one of the constructs from this? Ooh, Caldera Breaker! Okay, who you killing? Captain America? Matthew? You're gonna hurt a blind man? He's a lawyer! Okay, they are killing Captain America. And they have a lot of big spooky boys here. You gonna move those boots over, maybe? I feel like they're probably gonna move those boots over. And then move them right back. No, they're a little worried. Oh, wait, you have a separate pair of boots. Also, this happened, I guess, at the start of combat, so they couldn't move them on. All right. Which enchanter? It would let me get rid of Simulacrum Synthesizer. But I don't think that's enough. I'm just gonna play it as a land. Oh, can I bolt it in? It's like it lets me get another Matt Murdock trigger or like get another counter from him, but I don't think it's enough. And right now, I'm pretty sure Stick is going to be chump blocking. Sorry, I know you have that fun Electra synergy. And I don't have any of my pain lands yet. These are also just like paying life, so it doesn't work. All right, what is it? What's the artifact? Arc Reactor. They get another construct. All right, cool. This is the first time I've gotten to do this, so I'm really excited about it. Captain Marvel Shooting Star. When she enters, I get to exile a creature and they gain life. Now, like, it's going to take this away from lethal, gaining them the life. But I get to do it again on attack. And I'm just kind of clearing out the threats. And also, she's bigger than Iron Man. I was just like completely heal them back up. The reason I put this in this deck is because it has an enter and attack ability. She's really cool. Also, yes, if a creature other than Captain Marvel is exiled from the battlefield, I get to gain the life. So like we're both gaining life here. Mox Amber. I can Electra this, which would get me the card advantage, or I could just go Black Panther. And I want to play this now because I can attack with it. Yeah, sure. You can have an extra counter. Who here wants a counter? You got Ding Dang Double Strike. Go for it, honey. Exile Lady Octopus. Nobody gains any life. Swords to Plowshares. You want a counter? Nobody in chat wants a counter. Their name is nobody. This is one of those Odyssey situations. Yeah! Oh, you're in Top Deck City now. You wish you were still Tony Stark so you could get artifacts in hand, don't you? Spider-Man 2099 is also a hero, one that deals damage and has essentially triple strike, but can't come out right away in a game. This Cavern of Souls is so good for me here because we know they have burn spells and counter spells. I'm gonna play Winter Soldier, Bucky Barnes. He's a 1-mana 2/2. Except he enters tapped. But you know what? He's a hero. And that's what this deck is about. It's about heroes. Oh, Unholy Heat. And they're doing it on their turn, so I can't even bring it back with Night Nurse. Rude. Okay, fine. How's about a Misty Knight? Hero for hire. I'm saying poor Bucky. Yeah, poor Bucky getting lit up by ghouls. I think most of the creatures in my deck, unless they're getting buffed by Captain America, do die to their commander. Too bad. Swinging in with Misty Knight. See if they flash at our creature. I'm sure they have plenty of flashy critters. And here's Captain America. He's a worse Isamaru. He's a common. Let him be kind of bad. Yeah, this is a thematic commander that's, like, it's not bad. But it's certainly not good. Like Spider-Man 2099 is, like, an actively good card. Oh, free spells. Arcanesis. Okay. Here comes Spider-Man. Hopefully no haste. Just 2 to my face. And you really want to counter my stuff, don't you? Yeah, he doesn't have any built-in protection. He is a 3-mana 3/3. Try to get them to play it again or protect it. If they play it again, it's able to kill Maria. Nope, or Spike. They're going for some protection. Surveilling. Oh, they're keeping on top. You think they should all come with shield counters? That would be cute. Captain America! Well, at least they can't counter him. They're probably just gonna, like, bolt him, though. Hey, can you not? Yep, bolted. Okay. Hero! That's what our entire deck is. It's heroes. Sure. Spider-Man 2099. Takes one to know one, right? Is this a bad matchup? Yeah, we should not be matching into actually competitive, very good card Spider-Man 2099. Like, yeah, there's one in my deck. It's because it's a hero. You give you haste with this? It's not even that good. It's fine. Trade ya. A hexing squelcher? Yeah, don't worry. Promise I don't have counters. So I'm gonna wait until they target with Spider-Man. Maria, no! Yay! Spider-Man! We do actually have a couple things that, trigger on things coming from outside of hand, which is cool. Mother may I! Okay, so here's the good news. I can still play Roaming Throne. Because he's a hero. What Maganay moons? They just went to do the impulse draw and were like, wait. Yeah. Wait. Sees we're at an impasse. Until I get Captain Marvel out. Come on, planes off the top. You want more mana? I kind of want to gain 2 life. Alright, this is just like, do I think what they're going to do on this turn is bigger than what I'm doing on this turn? Maybe. I don't know. I'm going to get Captain Marvel. Maybe they're going to rift me or something. Alright, Dave, Hawkeye, Captain Marvel. Can't be countered at least. They have Ward pay 2 life, but I think I can afford that. I could even afford it twice! What? What are we doing here? Spider-Man? Yes, I'll pay the 2. Yes, I'll pay the 2. You leave me alone, what with those lightning bolts? You've already used a bunch of them. Cryptic Command. Tapping this so I cannot attack in. And also bouncing this back into my hand, I think in part to save their life total. I got double life gain, by the way. So if they have the haste here, though, they're gonna kill me. Great news! They didn't have haste or anything outside of hand. All right, what do I have? Well, I got Spider-Man. Hawk Guy. Me hurting myself. Spider-Punk. Stop you preventing my abilities, too. I'll go for +1/+1 counter, because Captain America will give it haste and then haste again. Oh, we're so good here. All right. I can't play Daredevil because he might kill me, but the rest of these guys, Spider-Man, he's going to be like a 6/6. Well, 6 power swinging in. They're not going to have any blockers. We're winning this. Cosmic Spider-Man. Cosmic Spider-Man is going to be a Spiders deck, giving them all flying for strike, trample, lifelink, and haste at the start of their combat. Yeah, I'll play this out as land. I'm so ready to play my silly little guys like Hawkeye, Master Marksman. He has reach and first strike. He's also got a bunch of like abilities, but I feel like I'm not really going to use them very often. I have to spend mana. This is like, I don't know, end of the game. I've already got time. He's a 2-mana 2/2 and he's got first strike and reach. Let's go, Captain America. Guess what else I have? Captain America. Guess what else I have? Daredevil, the Black Panther, and Iron Man's autonomous bots. Oh, Torian Mauler. You know, that's a hero. And a spider. And a horse. And a dinosaur. It's a lot of things. They'll get a +1/+1 counter. But I want to get a +1/+1 counter on something that I think it really makes a difference to have the counter on. Captain America! You know what? Look, I have 1 extra mana. I can actually use this ability here. So everybody here is going to get big and beefy. And I get to do one of these. 2 damage to your face. Oh, wow. I could use that with Daredevil to hurt myself to get card advantage. So this Captain America, when you put a buff on it, gives you an incredible boost to your team. They've got Cosmic Spider-Man out, though, so like any damage I've dealt is going to get dealt right back. I've got first strike. You've got first strike. I could trade with the Torian Mauler, but I think it's better if I just turn around, get out a big creature, buff it, and kill them. Hey, bye, Forest Guardian. Going to get shrines. Shrine on, you crazy bear. I've got nothing really until Captain America. I've got this Get Lost, so maybe I can kill something little here. Okay, like Hydroponics Expert. Unfortunately, that is a card I would consider worth killing. And it's also a card I considered to put in this deck because I have so many fetch lands. Since Captain America like doesn't give a buff unless he's already out, the 1 and 2 drop creatures you can get kind of silly with. I could kill the Hallowed Fountain in their upkeep so they don't get the mana. Sure. Okay. Yeah, these are our cards. I really hope that they change this card at some point. In a format with fetch lands, this thing is silly. Would I want to run like Pyroclasms? I mean, you could put in Mjolnir into this deck. It fits the theme. But no, if I get overrun by early aggro, congratulations, it happens. Behold, Captain America! They definitely have enough mana now for Hey Bye. Kyoshi Island Plaza. Okay, that just gets them a land. Each time they get more shrines, they'll get more basics. Oh, and look at that! It is a basic Plains Island Swamp. Yeah, that sure makes it basic. They're swinging for 2 in the air. And I'm going to use a map on Badger Mole Cub. Alright, I'd like to bring out Kid Loki first, since he grants a little bit of protection. I already have a white source. I need another red. And Mighty Thor would let me blink things, so I can use that later to blink this. I will blink your... I'm thinking maybe Noble Hierarch. If you want to trade in your Badger Mole Cub for Kid Loki, go for it. Oh, Deathbed PL, thank you so much for the 5-month resub. And now I got some flying blockers. Next turn, I can give a little bit of hexproof using Captain America with my Captain America. Or they could destroy all my creatures. Rude. Guess we'll just have to do it again. Haunted of Seeing Winds is on top of their deck. Neato. Here's Captain America. Again. One of many. Haunted of Seeing Winds gets them a basic land, and next turn they'll be drawing 2 cards. Still haven't played Hey Bye. Is Heroes fun? Yes, but it's not a deck I can, like, recommend to other people because it is so rare and mythic rare wildcard intensive. Torian Mala and the Mighty Thor. Jane Foster. Elishmorn, Mother of Machines, says no enter the battlefields allowed. Okay, that's fine. She's also going to double their enter the battlefields, getting them 2 shrines here, getting them at least 4 more lands, because each one will trigger this twice. Oh, it's going to be 8 more lands. No, wait. 12 more lands. I don't even know if they have that many basics in their deck. Maybe more. Oh, wait, because they're going to get another shrine off of Hey Bye. 16 basic lands. Genius. Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh, and they also got a Spirit Oasis, so they're gonna get to draw 14 plus cards. Oh, and 2 additional here. Mm-hmm. So they're drawing 20 cards this turn. Uh-huh. Yep. It's fine. And who knows? Maybe I can mill them out by blinking Spirit Oasis. That's only half a joke. Don't hurt her! Natalie Portman must live! Well, this is... It's also going to trigger. They've only drawn slightly over half their deck. They have 43 cards left. If I blink this, they would draw another 20. And then there would... No, slightly more because of the Goshen tie. Someone's got a free spell. Oh, I can only hit these. Okay. So if I hit Hey Bye, I think that's the most possible triggers. Like, Felia can hit anything. She can only hit artifacts or creatures. Aw, Baby Hulk. It's not actually Baby Hulk. It's Hulkling. He's a child of a Kree and a Skrull. Alright, what do we got? Sanctum of Calm Waters. They're down to 35 cards. London will make me discard. Okay, more shrines means more triggers. Would Goshen Tai have been 3 guaranteed triggers? Yes, but we knew we would be getting more off Hey Bye. Because remember, whenever Hey Bye gets a shrine, this also makes a shrine. Why am I helping you? Because this one might be a May, but this one isn't. Hey Bye is a May, but why would you ever decline value? Jim Davis with the raid. Jim Davis, welcome. I'm going to see if I can kill a Hey Bye player by making them draw too many cards. Yeah, see, they said no. They only have 13 cards left in their deck. Yes. Unfortunately, I'm dead, though, because that's going to be 30 plus 1 counters. Maybe more. Mm-hmm. You think I can handle it? Well, that's really nice of you to say. I don't. I don't think I can handle it. Okay, they have 7 cards left in their deck. Uh-huh. I think it's lethal. That's pretty close, though. Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., is a 5-color Heroes commander, as opposed to my plain old 3 colors here. I have, I guess, Bucky Barnes on turn 2. Yeah, I'm sure you would much prefer that Captain America were making you a little bit stronger through the power of teamwork, but that's just not going to happen this game. Sorry, Bucky. And here's Nick Fury. I will play this, and I will name Hero, because all but, I think, 3 creatures in my deck are heroes. Nick Fury has an activated power-up ability, meaning you can only activate it once. But when you do, you get to get a hero equipment or vehicle and put it right into play. And if it's one of those MDFC ones, you can flip it. Hey, wait a minute. That's not a hero. Huh. Alright, I'll play Electra. Electra, is removal. She is also a hero. And she works with 2 other cards in my deck that care about me causing harm to myself. Daredevil and Stick. Okay, so they killed Captain America. Tragic. I think next turn is probably Gathering Stone over any of the heroes. In we go, lots of pain. Gathering Stone naming, you already know. It's Hero. Okay, wait, 1 second. I assume they just did that because it was the only way they had to play Lotho on turn 2. That's not a hero. Are you just playing this as 5-color good stuff? No, I want to draw that because it gets rid of Tajik. So I would like to play Captain America, but I think this is my better move. I am going to target Tajik. I am going to copy Tajik. So I too can get a Boros recruit. It's just until end of turn, right? Yeah. Yeah, I'll swing in for 5. 5 damage is good damage. Tajik's a soldier. How's Elektra a hero? I think she's betrayed the hand before. She's worked with good guys. She's done good things. Yeah, she's a hero sometimes. So they exiled Black Panther, most dangerous. This is a damage reflecting creature. Oh, and they're gonna flip this over, get counters on all their creatures, and give them the ability to give hexproof and indestructible to all their creatures. Also, they're hurting themselves and getting more treasure. You're gonna play Nick Fury? No, they're gonna rescue Tajik with Arachne, who is a hero. They finally played a hero. They named Artifact. Okay, I mean, I have like 3 artifacts in my deck. Tajik returns to play. Is it a hero? It's a land. I could use a land, though. At this much mana, I feel like it's Spider, piloted by Penny. Get to put a +1/+1 counter onto a creature. You already have one, so I'm gonna put one onto Penny. I'm gonna swing in with Hulkling. Ah, Roaming Throne! One of the artifacts in my deck. It costs 5. Boo. Shared Animosity. Oh. Maybe humans? Oh, wait. No, you're not a human. This helps humans. Okay, so legendary humans, these two, get indestructible. This one was already indestructible. They get another Goblini. Okay, so the soldiers each get buffs for each soldier. The humans get buffs for each human. Something, something, this and that. Okay, great. I'll block the Boros Recruit on the Boros Recruit. I guess you here, and then I'm taking... Doesn't matter, not lethal? Are they gonna save them with the light shield array? They are not. I go to 2. With Lotho in play, am I willing to crack this baddie? Yeah. Yeah, I am. Junk. All right, what do we got? Night Nurse. Okay, cool. Free Night Nurse. Let's see, what do we got here? Spider-Punk. Have a Riot. I can't have the damage dealt to me. Sorry. All right, Captain America. Spider-Punk. Right. Cosmic Spider-Han. Yeah, I think this person probably is an achievement hunter. I think most of the Cosmic Spider-Men we run into are people who are trying to get Cosmic Spider-Man and the spiders-related and hero-related achievements that they put out with this set. I also played Spider-Man in order to do that quest. Just not in Brawl. I actually did it in Standard. I have a Standard Spiders deck. It's fun. Spider spam. There's enough of them. I got some of my really weird support cards here. Yeah, this set, unfortunately, has a lot of extremely niche cards that are only useful in this deck. You've seen some she-lobs for it, too? Yeah. I lob, she-lob. Mother Runes will be the mother of heroes. She's just gonna protect Captain America. You know, until we get where we need to go. I'll protect myself from blank. Don't take any damage there. Ooh. And now I'll play Captain America! Team Leader! Enters with an extra counter. Thank you, Metallic Mimic. Cosmic Spider-Man. They're going to get to hit me this time with Symbiote Spider-Man, since it gets flying, first strike, lifelink, haste, trample. Yes, text. They get lots of text. Mm-hmm. Oh, I could remove some abilities this turn and bounce something. Those both sound good. Wait. Yeah, I can do that. All right, so I will make Spider-Man into a bit of a loser over here. And I think I'll bounce Ignoble Hierarch. Since I can block Symbiote Spider-Man. Can spiders scream? Well, this one can't. I turned their action figure into a toy. That will make collectors really angry. Oh, Aunt May! Spider-Woman gonna make my stuff enter tapped. That makes the haste ability really bad. Spider-Man 2099. Thankfully not getting that trigger. I probably don't want to be doing much on the ground. I could actually make something pro-blue and then only Aunt May could block it. That's so funny. I think it's funny. Let's see. Gathering Stone or Nick Fury. I'm gonna go for... No, you also trigger if you're not attacking. Okay. So I'm gonna swing in with Justice. Exile the top card of my library. Oh, what's up? It's Stick. He is a hero, so it triggered Daredevil. All right, I can see the top of my deck with him. Wait, can you see why kids love Cinnamon Toast Crunch? We have a kid on top of our deck, Kid Loki, who I actually didn't know is a hero. He is a god hero villain. Oh, well, gee, now all the spiders are gonna get a lot scarier. They get Death Touch and Ward. Also, Aunt May is like, oh, what a sweet spider. Oh, let me give you a treat. Shelob does not have reach. I still dominate the skies. Why is Kid Loki a hero? I don't know. All right, I don't. Nick Fury. Justice. Oh, I meant to do those in the other order, but sure. Sure. They didn't block, so I don't feel I need to Mother of Runes there. And I guess I'll go for Spider-Punk. Entering very sideways, getting nice and chunky. Yeah, I was gonna exile the land on top, so I would get a land this turn. Aranya! And a concession. Just this protection from Mother of Runes does so much. Cowman, 43, is playing unbeatable Squirrel Girl. I'll try my best to beat Squirrel Girl, but it's gonna be hard because she is not just a Squirrels deck, she is a combo deck. This hand is missing a third land, but I'm on the draw. I have Mother of Runes on turn 1. I still think this is fine. Ooh, except they're gonna have a lot more mana than I will. With Squirrel Girl, the combo that I'm talking about is making it so all your squirrels and all your creatures can tap for mana on the turn they come in. There's a bunch of different ways to do this. And if you do that, you can then produce infinite squirrels. And by infinite, I should actually clarify, I mean 250 squirrels, because there is actually a token limit in Arena that stops you from getting more than 250. It is very silly, but that's the way it works. Alright, Mother of Runes, protect yourself from this haywire, mate. Actually, you can't, because it's not green, it's colorless. Mutable Explorer, that is a squirrel. Yeah, they know I can't protect myself. It also makes a squirrel here with Mutavault. Behold, Captain America! Unfortunately, I think Squirrel Girl would be able to beat Captain America. What if your opponent has 251 life? Well, don't worry, because it's only 251 squirrel tokens. Your other squirrels are uncapped. Or I guess I should just say 250 total tokens. Hello, yes, one squirrel, please. Okay, with a land, I think I have to decide if I would rather go for Electra, killing Squirrel Girl, or Roaming Throne so I can kill things twice next turn. No, I think I'm just gonna go Electra, kill Squirrel Girl. Yes, she will deal 2 damage to me to do 4 damage to you. And I'll swing in with all these. If they triple block Electra, I'll give her Protectors. Boop, boop. Daredevil can get me some card advantage next turn. Oh, look, Library of Alexandria. A card you can put in decks. This card shouldn't be in this format. This card shouldn't be in, like, any formats. So Formidable Speaker lets them discard and tutor for one of the cards that's part of this combo. I'm gonna guess it's either going to be maybe the Glimmer that lets them tap the creatures for mana, or it will be Shang-Chi so they can tap them right away. Or something that does them both, just not that well. Okay, yeah, Enduring Vitality works. Supportive Parents lets you do both, just not that efficiently. Alright, Daredevil. Not this Daredevil, the other Daredevil. This Daredevil also gives me card advantage, but I have to hurt myself for it. I will exile this card off the top of my deck, even though I can't play it. Yeah, when they put something like Library of Alexandria into this format, it makes me worried that they might do something like add Caracas in. Go, Dave! Go! They could play Enduring Vitality into Squirrel Girl. No, wait, they are 1 mana short. But if they play land, then they can. Yeah, I hope they don't ever add Caracas into Brawl. That would be a horrible idea. Alright, with the Kami of Bamboo Groves, they'll get to play both those forests. That gives them 4 more mana to work with. Hey, do any of you guys fly? Nope. 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 I can give protection to one of these if I wanted to force damage through. Alright, what's on top? Get Lost. Killing Enduring Vitality does not stop them from doing the thing here. Because it just gets exiled and comes right back. I'm trying to think if I'd want to, like, Daredevil and Patriot. Just to maximize damage. Let's do it. Let's go wide. I guess whoever's biggest can get pro green. Swing on through too. Maybe. Quandrix, the Proof. Cascades on cast. And I don't really have ways to stop it. I think I might have Tail's End in this deck, which technically would let me cast, or stop one of these casts, or a triggered ability. And that's about it. Quandrix is very good against a deck like this, unless I can get a good aggressive start, and not have all my things bounced back into my hand. They're going to do a lot of land-based ramp at the start of this game, and I'm going to set up for damage, 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 and damage. How about some of this? I'm going to play Alex Wilder, since he gives a buff to Captain America on the turn that he plays him, and I should be able to hit them for 5. Yeah, I'd say Quandrix, though, recently got a slight nerf when they banned, when they banned the extra turn cards that could be recurred. Those cards were incredibly good for that deck, since you could play them from your graveyard, and just keep casting them and swinging with a 6/6 dragon each time. But the 5 mana extra turn spells are all gone now, meaning that Quandrix can't cascade into them. Nice. I got my first blood, though. I have gotten them down to 19. Next turn, I can double cast Hawkeye and Bucky Barnes. And that should be a lot of damage between Cap and, you know, his plucky sidekick. Yes, sir, Cap, I won't let you down! Oh, they're earthbending. Oh, what's up, hydroponics expert? You're only supposed to be played on turn 1, you goober. I'm gonna keep maximizing my fixin'. Ooh, wait a minute. Loses all abilities. Doesn't matter when I do it. I want more damage now, though. Yeah! So their Hedge Maze lost its abilities to tap for mana. So yes, they still have a 2/2. But they shouldn't be able to play Quandrix off it. Hello, Llanowar Elf. Feeling pretty good about this start. Lots of little dudes all swarming in. Hawkeye's more damage. Lets me activate his weird abilities twice or pay for them twice. Oh, no, wait. He's not tapped because he has Vigilance on the turn he comes in. I'm sorry. It's the same damage. We got 3 in the air. And if they block the 2 biggest and they don't have, like, a bounce there, it's still lethal. Cap looking crazy this game. Yeah, he's a very cool aggro card. That's still lethal. They have to have something else. Nice Scraps, you want to come up on the video? No, she wants to go eat a snack. All right, so they have freed their hedge maze using Archdruid's charm, making it bigger so that it can kill Bucky. Seriously, dog? Right in front of Captain America, you're gonna kill Bucky? I don't know, man. That's kind of messed up. But it's okay. He's gonna come back. Just give him like a few years, some botched super serum, a little bit of Russian mind control or whatever the heck they're doing. Yeah. Oh, they're cascading. Did you get a bunch of rhinos? Well, they have one blocker. If they had cascaded into the Crash of Rhinos or whatever it is, the free mana make a bunch of rhinos spell, that would have been fun for them. All right, I will go for Daredevil since he has haste and gets more haste. Swinging with everyone. I will exile the Ragavan off the top of my library? Sure. To reveal the delicious goodness underneath, a Shivan Reef. Mystic Sanctuary, to put a spell back on top of their library. Archdruid's Charm. Very charming. Earthbender's Ascension gets another counter on the proof, and Hawkeye kills them because he has first strike. Namor, the Submariner, is a mono blue deck, so I'm very happy to see a Cavern of Souls in my opening hand. He's gonna be fishing for some spells. Ha ha ha. You see, because he is a merfolk, and he makes merfolk whenever they cast a spell, a non-creature spell, with blue pips. My Namor deck has a mix of counter spells, even some auras and things. There's a lot of stuff that works really well with that commander. I'm just gonna throw down Spider-Woman. What's up? Can't be countered. Oh yeah! Between games, I was lamenting that I hadn't seen either of these cards. They're from a scene. I think they might actually be on the Mastery Pass, but I have to craft them because I'm not there yet. Yeah, look at that! I'm gonna be able to get to do, some extra hero synergy. Nice! Harmonized Trio can get you a non-creature spell with a blue pip just by tapping your merfolk, so you can get more fish for the cost of fish. Scraps, would you like to come up here, please? You are sitting there and loudly licking yourself right next to me. Scraps, come on. Do you want to come up and get a treat? No, she's like, I'm busy. I'll see you nerds later. All right, they are doing something on my turn. A Merfolk Trickster. I see what's going on here. Somebody wants to make it so Captain America doesn't have any abilities this turn. Well, guess what I'm gonna do? In response, I'm gonna flash out Spectacular Spider-Man. So I do get the trigger this turn. Captain America won't be able to attack. He will be sideways. But hey, listen, it's either that or I do something boring like play Captain America or Captain America. Oh, I don't have mana for that. Or Hexing Squelcher. I don't really have to worry about destroy effects other than Pongify, so I could go for the flying there, but I'd rather hold up the Hexproof and Indestructible more importantly. Indestructible is like fine, but like The hexproof there is potentially protecting. Hexproof, yeah, heck. Cats are great. Honey, come on. Why are you doing this right next to me? She's so... Namor enters play, the flying fishman who grows by the number of fishfolk they have. But he is sideways thanks to Spider-Woman, who is not a Spider-Man. I have to decide here between removing Namor and playing Captain America. I can't do both here. But since I don't have a lethal swing this turn, I think I want to get rid of him. And it looks like that was the right move. I'm going to swing in, get in my damage, and then next turn, we're going to play like Hawkeye or Captain America if I get the lands for it. Yet another Cosmic Spider-Man. It is so funny seeing so many of these because of people trying to do the quest. Oh, this person is a young Avenger, unlike me, who's a Bargler. At this point, you know what Spider-Man does. He plays Spider-Man. I mean, I have one right here, Spider-Man. Scratch, are you a Spider-Man? After licking herself next to me, now she's up on the desk. Good girl. Getting themselves a little bit of ramp. I'll go for this big buff. Since almost all of my deck is legendary, Flowering of the White Tree gets a ton of extra damage. If you want to easily get the Heroes and Spiders casting quest, yeah, make a deck with a bunch of changelings. You'll do both at the same time, or just a bunch of spider heroes. But that's probably going to take worse wild cards. All right, they have ramped. They have 4 mana. And I have Captain America. Behold, 1 America, please. Whoa there. Look at him. He's so patriotic. Just in time for the 4th of July. Oh, wait a minute. They have my commander on their sleeve. Yeah, with his buddy Bucky. Oh my gosh, look! Lore accurate duo, except it's like Winter Soldier, Bucky Barnes, but whatever. It's fine. What's up, Spider-Man? Now I have to make them kiss, as people have been doing in fanfiction for literally decades. Sure. Reeve. If I go for this, it is a bunch of damage and they don't have a good blocker for it. Even though drawing a card is probably smart, I choose aggro. What's up, Spider-Man? Oh, you're gonna die. That's cool. My cat is blocking the microphone, but we're playing against Tanuk Memorial Ensign. I don't have anything until turn 3 here. That's tough. I will mulligan. All right. I would love to get to play the Hydroponics Architect on turn 1, but I'll take a turn 2 Flowering of the White Tree instead. If I get some blue mana, cool. If I don't, that's fine too. Having Flowering sets me up for some ward while they ping me with Tanuk. Every time a land enters, they deal a damage to my face. And they can either build around increasing the damage or just having a ton of landfall. Yeah, some cards, like this one, are going to be a problem. The White Tree. She flowers. Here's Tanuk. And now it's time for the lands to fall. At least it's not a fetch land. And Mossborn Hydra goes up to 2. I'm gonna hurt myself. All in the name of America! Captain America! Who comes in as a 5/4 with Ward 1 next to Flowering of the White Tree. Not every hero in this deck is legendary. Looking at you, repulsor bots, but most of them are. Alright, so Settle the Wilds got them a 4-cost card. I'm gonna go ahead and guess it's Paw. And Mossborn Hydra is already an 8/8. Until I get to repulsor bots, I don't have a way to deal with it. It's going to kill me before I can do anything. I guess I'll go for the Gathering Stone to discount that to try to bounce this. And I'll probably have to block with Captain America to stay alive. Yeah, this thing having trample built in like naturally is so wild. They have 6 mana. Oh, nope, that's lethal. Primeval Titan does Primeval Titan things and we lose the game. Bye. Spider-Man 2099. All right, Spider-Man, I'm ready for you to try to take me down and probably succeed because I think Spider-Man 2099 is a really good commander. Even with a couple cards taken out of, well, blue where they were very, very strong, it's still a deck that's going to perform well because it has good access to cheap removal. Speaking of access to cheap spells, I have a Mox Amber here. This will let me get Captain America out on turn 2. Assuming this lives. I can hope. All right, here we go. Captain America. And I will swing for 1. Whenever I draw my second card a turn, I'll be getting a +1/+1 counter, but also any creatures that got counters on this turn gets hexproof. A great way to protect myself when I'm swinging in against their deck. Trying to decide who I'd want to set up here. I'm going to play Daredevil. Does Daredevil gets countered. Okay. I'll swing in for 4. Next turn, I guess I could flash out Avengers Assemble. Or I could go for Thor and a blink. What's wrong, Spider-Man? Three lands. And they're passing through. Swinging in. That's fine. I'm still gonna play Avengers Assemble here. When I don't think you can counter it. I have attacked with a hero, and also this entered. So I've drawn my second card, and Loki gets a counter. Hey, why are you trying to bolt him? It's still gonna kill him because they played Spider-Man. Rude. I do not have enough mana to double spell any of these. This will draw me a card. And I'll play Hydroponics Architect. It might just be a chump blocker, depending on what they play. Nice. All right. So far, so good. I would like to play... Ooh, King T'Challa? Mighty Thor? I'm feeling Mighty Thor. You gonna get rid of Captain America so I don't get haste? All right, she gets haste. Awesome. This is just so much damage. Oh, they're gonna bind the tides. Whose tides? Thor's? Wait, she has to attack for that. Captain America's? Well, fine. Gloria's not gonna get haste, but she's still gonna be here, and I love her for that. Captain America, go for it! I will put the counter onto Captain America. Let him get big. Someone's asking if I'm running the Jane Foster Aurelia combo. I am not. because in this deck I'm running mostly heroes, especially at the higher mana values. All right, what went into exile? Thor went into exile. Oh, Morlack in the chat says, congratulations on participating on the best and worst episode of Shuffle Up and Play. Thank you, I think. I'll trade you. Hold up, they're considering it. Gimli's Fury! Ow. Yeah, the response to the Shuffle Up and Play that I was on is both very positive and very negative. All right, I'm gonna play Repulsor Bots, and I'm going to bounce, yep, both of those. I can pay the ward 1. Free my boy! And I may as well blink my Repulsor and win a game, because they have no blockers. Absorbing Man. This is on my short list of commanders I want to brew, because it's able to become a copy of anything that's not a creature for the most part, or a planeswalker, and keep all those abilities, meaning that it can turn into things like the One Ring or Palantir, or I don't know, maybe even a funky enchantment that buffs it, as long as it's not an aura. There's a lot of cool things that you can do. You can also just turn it into a land, so it will tap for mana. The possibilities, not endless, but pretty deep when it comes to this. There's also, you can use it to do kind of boring things like summon Merit Lage. I wish I could be excited by summoning Merit Lage, but you see it like 30 times and you're like, wow, Merit Lage. Yep, we've all seen it. What's up, Bristly Bill? You gonna put some counters on things? Outland Liberator. Good for destroying some artifacts and enchantments. They did not get a land. Okay, I'll play Captain America. Bristly Bill. Bristlin' and Billin'. An Absorbing Man is going to absorb. Well, next turn he'll absorb. I can go for double buffins. I can clear the counter off that. I'm gonna go for Nick Fury. I meant to play a land first so I could hold up white, and I didn't. That's okay. I got some value off of Nick Fury. I'll swing in with Captain America, and I'll play Steam Vents. Wow, Absorbing Man, you look very mazy. Looking weird over there. All right, Captain America's still in play. How about, ooh, next turn. War Machine. Should have done those in the other order. Would have gotten her one extra buff. Oh, I guess I can give this to anyone. How about War Machine, since you share your buffs? I will give the buff to you. And everybody swinging! That is a lot of damage. Almost lethal. Not quite, but close. Once again, a Hedge Maze. Yeah, this is a blinker in a deck that doesn't have that much, like, blink synergy, but it's still such a well-statted, good flyer. It can also remove blockers temporarily. Well, speaking of blinkers and bouncers, there's Jill, who's gonna deal 1 jillion damage. But they only have one thing that can block in the air, so we just win by flying. Thank thank you so much for watching this episode of Brawl Stars. Captain America truly did bring the spirit of heroism to the 4th of July. Thank you, we're shooting off fireworks in your honor. This deck is kind of goofy, but it does work pretty well as like a good aggro typal deck. If you want to build around heroes, I think that Captain America is probably one of, if not the best pick, since it gives you a really good buff and a lot of damage. The only thing that's kind of unfortunate about it is that you can't play green or black heroes in the deck, and you'd have to play Nick Fury instead. But don't worry, you can play the other Nick Fury in this deck, and this is a really great card when your deck has how many heroes excluding things that I can choose the creature type? 47? Yes, there are so many heroes in this deck. It is peak Marvel, in fact, which is why I could not, in good conscience, tell you to craft this deck, because this deck takes so many rare and mythic rare wild cards that you will not be able to play in other decks because they are really only good in the heroes archetype. You shouldn't do it. Unless you are like, you saw the one that was in the store and you're like, I want to do something like that. This is going to be a better deck than that one. It is also going to just spill every single wild card you've ever collected out onto the street and make you pick them up while you're there on your knees just crying. The gravel is digging into you. Because yeah, this deck is kind of wild in it. The reason for that, by the way, is that almost every single card in this deck is from the same set, the set that just came out. You haven't necessarily had time to collect it. And a lot of these cards are also from the commander sheet. Some of them are bonus cards. Some of them are just cards that are part of Jumpstart, so you're not going to find them, or they're only craftable with wild cards, which makes it tough. So I built the deck so you wouldn't have to, and you got to see it in action. And it's cool. There's some really fun interactions. I like that Daredevil works with Elektra. It makes sense. They're part of the same part of like New York. They're doing stuff together. We have some cards that have hero synergy like Captain America and Hawkeye from the same big art sheet. And we have a combination of like big crazy buffs like Avengers Assemble, which again is completely unplayable outside of a deck that is caring about heroes. And some cards that are just, you know, they're fun. I liked that, like, Kid Loki had +1/+1 counter synergy. We also have things like if you buff up War Machine, he can buff up anything else even more. And if you blink something like Justice with the Mighty Thor, you're getting even more bounces. The deck turned out nicely, and it is really fun. I think that they did a good job making some really cool hero cards, and a lot of them are actually just commons and uncommons. But the rares are, in general, going to be better. So if you happen to already have them, throw them in the deck. It works. And if you do want to find my deck list for whatever reason, it's in the description of the video. So you too can live the dream of assembling the Avengers. Except this isn't really the Avengers. It's more like the, I don't know, a pile of guys that Marvel had the rights to for this movie. And they're like, yeah, what if we put Penny Parker and Captain Marvel in there? And then the writer's room was like, yeah, we can make that work. We can make that work. Yeah, we can make that work. Well, I hope that everybody who is out there celebrating America's 250th birthday has a good day today and has fun with Captain America. Yes, that's why we're playing this. It was either going to be this or Fantastic Four for the 4th of July. But when I looked at building Fantastic Four as anything other than the standard combo deck as a joke, it just made me sad because I wanted to build the standard combo deck as a joke. So I might end up doing that. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching and have a brawlful day.